here with Peter Weber at the Boat Lagoon at Peter's new patisserie, or the lab as you've called it, Les Diables. Is that correct?
That's right.
Congratulations, Peter.
Thank you, Tara.
It's great to have you back.
Thank you so much.
Now, you've been away for a little while.
Yeah, a little while now.
Where have you been?
I was in Malaysia for a year now.
Okay.
I was just there to help YTL Group to open up a new school they're doing in Kuala Lumpur.
Right, and before that, I mean, we all remember your wonderful cakes and
yes, of course,
all sorts of inventions that you did before you went to Malaysia. So you deeply, sadly missed for a year, and now you're back. Thank goodness. And why? Why did you come back?
Well, part of the reason what you just said, no, because when I finished my contract in Malaysia, I was sort of like spending some time in Phuket, trying to decide what to do, and I was like, and I was sort of like looking around for jobs, and then there was a lot of people that sort of said to me, can you start making cakes again, because we can't get sort of like the cakes that you used to make.
Exactly,
So then I thought like, well, why don't I just start to do something small again on my own?
Right, okay, so it was a huge demand, obviously.
Huge demand, yeah.
Huge
there was a
demand,
demand,
You're right. So what sort of people that are asking you, who are asking you? Is it for weddings, is it for events, anything in particular?
I do specialty cakes for any occasion. Okay. I basically, this is a laboratory, it's a patisserie. So we're making pastry for any occasion, whether it be a celebration cake for a birthday or a wedding cake.
Okay.
But my main business is actually sort of like for doing the patisserie for hotels and for the wedding cakes for the event organisers in Phuket.
Okay. Anything wild and wonderful that you've done recently?
Couple of cakes.
Yeah.
A lot more for the wedding cakes are sort of like there's always some different sort of style wedding cakes to do.
Right.
But we've had a couple of interesting kiddie cakes. Cupcakes seem to be the big thing at the moment, especially for children, I think, because they're easily portioned, yeah? So what we normally do is we do a topper cake and then on a stand, and then we put the cupcakes. Right. So we sort of done Rapunzel with her long hair coming down the side of the stand, and like, the cupcakes decorated for princess.
But always the Peter creativity there, eh?
Yes.
Because I love it. I remember what you used to do, and it's so great to have you back. And we've seen the cakes here today. Thank you very much, which I'm trying to stop myself from attacking there. So Peter, when you were at Les Anges, I mean, it was quite an enormous establishment that you had there. So now you've sort of scaled back in a sense.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. But you're focusing more on your product. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, there's two reasons for this. But I sort of wanted to decide more what I wanted to specialise on this time, yeah. And also when I had Les Anges, I also had a partner, yeah.
Right.
So that's why we could do sort of things bigger and more grander, maybe that time, yeah. When I started to do Les Diables, I really wanted to do something just by myself this time, yeah. So I did something within the means that I could do it.
Right.
And I also wanted to specialise more on just the cakes rather than, not so much on the restaurant side of things. Because I think the two together now is a lot of work.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, I'm a pâtissier. So that's what I specialise in.
Right.
So the restaurant side this time is more to complement what I do in the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So you have your history goes back to the Savoy.
Yes, yes.
And you're showing me a picture of yourself in one of the famous
I mean, I
books.
started yeah, that's right. I mean, because I started when I went to college, because I started actually doing cake decorating when I was at school, because when my mother made us cook with her on Sunday mornings. Bake with her, because she said like if you were ever single, at least you'd be able to cook a meal for yourself. So we used to have to sort of like bake with her, and I used to like to lick the bowl.
Of course.
And then when I went to college, I actually went to study to be a chef, because at that time only girls became pastry chefs. So one didn't really sort of like go into pastry. It's changed a lot in the last 20 years. And then I studied to be a chef. But also in college, I was sort of doing this cake decorating course that finished at the end of when I was doing my chef's course. Right. And the lecturers thought I was sort of more suited to bakery. They said to pastry. They said my temperament wasn't so good for the hot kitchen. It was more artistic. So I was. They got me my first job actually as a pastry chef in Western Sydney, and then I wanted to go to London. So I went to London to the Inn on the Park, and then moved to the Savoy.
Well, it's a good thing that you're your top guy told you to go in this direction.
Yes, very much.
Thankfully for all of us. That's for
and
sure.
also because, you know, at the end of it now, I don't think I would have went into the hot kitchen. I enjoy to cook. I actually enjoy to cook now more than I do pastry because pastry is very sort of like regimented. You have to sort of like follow recipes, and it's all weights and measures. Whereas in the kitchen, you just do sort of like, it's more freer now. It's more to do with taste there, so you can sort of like be more freer with the ingredients, a bit of this and a bit of that, and adjust it. Whereas in the pastry, you really have to follow recipes, you know, and temperatures and things like that. It's all very important to do like that.
So Peter, now we're actually going to go into the kitchen because you do have a cake that you're going to decorate.
Yes.
So can I actually can I come and watch?
Yes, please come and watch. I think it'd be more, it'd be interesting if you come and see what's going on there.
Love to.
This is for today. We're just going to make it's for a child, for a little girl. Now she's having a party and she loves unicorns. Aww. Unicorns and flowers. So we're going to do something sort of like artistic along those lines. No?
There we go. All right. Well, let's go have a look at the cake.
Follow me.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go.
So this is a cake that we're going to decorate today, no? So this is one I made earlier. So it's a lovely chocolate cake. Okay. It's just been layered together with chocolate mousse and then finished with ganache. You know? So we want to, and then we're going to cover it with some roll-over fondant to give it the colour. No? So we want a sky blue colour for the background.
Now this is for the unicorn.
And this is for the unicorn. No? So we're going to cover it and then put the flowers around the sides. Fit, we always just check with the size, the rolling pin there, and just do like that.
Oh, that's cheating.
Just so you know.
I thought you
so
were
I'm going to ask you, you can slide the cake in there if you like.
I'll get out of the way. You sure?
When you roll the icing as well, you don't want.
You don't want me to help, honestly.
Too much.
Do you want me to slide this over?
Yeah.
I'm so scared to touch anything.
There we go.
Okay.
We'll just put that over.
You're a bit of a perfectionist, aren't you?
Well, you.
No wonder why you've got the best reputation, the best cakes on the island.
Well, I think it's nice to give people, you know, I think a cake, when a wedding cake, you know, it's sort of like an important part of your life. So of course the cake should be memorable as well as the whole day.
Right.
And a birthday or something. It's nice to make people smile with me and give them something that's nice. Huh?
Good boy.
Making piping bags. I'm going to make some piping bags.
Make a piping bag?
This is when we went for. You can normally buy plastic bags or plastic piping bags, but I like to make my own because you get more control.
Okay.
The trouble is when you buy them, they tend to sort of like stretch or you can't get enough control when you pipe it. So if you're doing decorations, certain decorations, you want to have the control of it. No? And this gives you sort of when you pipe, you can easily control with your hand. No?
Okay, this will be interesting.
Very simple. You just hold it like that.
Holding it like that. Oh, hang on. Yep.
Yeah. Very loosely in the right hand. And take the left hand, thumb and forefinger. And then you basically just sort of, you've got to take it like that, and then you bring it, swap fingers around and go around and make it go.
You did that fast. You can't do that fast. Do that again.
So we need a flower nail for the piping of the flower.
What do you call that? A flower?
Flower nail.
Nail. Okay.
You just get a corkscrew and stick a nail in it.
Oh, okay.
And then you get your rolled icing with your petal nozzle in it. Yeah?
Right.
So it's just the way the shape of the petal, yeah. And then small piece
you
of
can see that. I can't
small
see
piece
that.
of silicone paper, which we pipe the flower on. So we put a little bit of the icing onto the nail. And when you make a rose, you need the bud.
Right.
And then you do the central petal, and then you have 3 small petals, and then 5, and then 7.
Okay.
So we start off with our first one. Just
I can do that. Okay.
Just a minute. I'll show you the first couple of steps first of all, and you can have a go. So you just swirl the nail around, yeah,
Okay.
like that. So
Maybe.
that's your the center part, yeah. And then you take the nozzle and you pipe the first petal, yeah. So you basically go over the moon
Okay, got
movement.
it. Arm
One,
wrestling. Okay.
2, 3. Okay, that's your central rose bud, yeah?
Easy. Huh.
Should we ever go with that first?
Sure. Okay.
It's not bad, huh?
I'm an expert.
Not bad
I didn't
for
even
the first
know.
time. Oh, look at that. Got a lovely little bud there, no? Shall I just finish it for you?
No.
All right, you finish it then. No? You're going to just carry on doing something around the outside. Maybe get a nice round shape, but then you'll be done.
Look, I'm going to do it properly now.
5, not 4, huh? This is a Tara rose.
Beautiful.
Actually, it's very good for a first go, no? Not bad, huh? At least you've got some shape there, no?
Can I eat it?
Go on then.
I did this all by myself. Much better.
Actually, you've got quite good shape there for a first time, huh? Not bad, huh?
So Peter, obviously you're very, very artistic,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you see the creativity in everything that you do. So you're also artistic in other ways?
I'd love to be able to draw and paint more, no?
Yeah.
It's probably because I don't have the time to do it, no? But I do enjoy drawing and painting.
So maybe more of the three-dimensional
I think it's just when it
artist.
comes to putting it to sort of like with cakes and that, it's just more easier for me because I know to approach it and to do it, no? And I very much I actually enjoy painting on cakes a lot now. And I think it's because you know to work with the mediums that it becomes easier this way. Yeah.
Right. So you are, I mean, you're a sculptor then.
So I am an artist.
There you go,
But
you're an artist.
I'm naturally artistic
Well, there you
anyway.
go.
No?
You're perfect.
In all ways, no?
Fantastic. Thanks, Peter. Thank you so much for having me here, allowing me
Very
to
welcome.
experience.
Nice to have you.
This is amazing. The girl's going to
Thank
have
you
a
very
wonderful
much.
birthday.
I think so, no?
All right.
Hope she enjoys it.
So I'll be back to order my cake.
Yes. And don't
Okay.
forget, if you want to drop piping flowers, please come anytime.
Because I need the practice. Thank you, darling.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Visit Phuket Botanic Garden to discover a wondrous world of the exotic plants. Wander through over 30 different zones featuring fabulous flora from around the globe. Stroll through English, Japanese, Balinese gardens. Meander among orchards and marvel at the fruits and flowers of the rainforest. Phuket Botanic Garden in Geelong. For more information, call 076 367 076 or visit PhuketBotanicGarden.com.
สวัสดีปะทอง Plenty Lobby Lounge serves very special weekly menu promotion. Try out the pool bar where your favorite cocktail is just a smile away, and you will find a full schedule of exciting activities available throughout the week. Have a beautiful day of real relaxation at Sawadi Patong. Contact patongsawadi.com or 076 343 444.